Hi guys, it's Aegis here. So today I'm here with another Ultraman deck profile, and this time I'll be covering the upgraded Omega deck. So with the level 4s and the triple rare we received, and also a new Meteor Kaiju that we received, the deck has been very stable and actually performing quite well. And from a a friend of mine who analyzing data, he is seeing a use rate of over 50% using Omega in Japan, uh, or for a specific area at least, and that representing that the Omega support that we are getting is actually supporting the deck quite good, and there are more and more players actually using the old promo setting to be like a counter Omega sort of strategy, because with Omega deck you usually just use Omega as your only Ultraman with a whole bunch of Meteor Kaijus. So Saturn promo will eat that spot because you still only have one type of Ultraman. No matter how many different Kaiju you use, you still only have one type of Ultraman, so they will always be 20k. But we do have the level 4s that can be 20k to actually stay draw in that area, so it's not too bad, but it will be tough facing Saturn, of course. But overall, I think this deck type is actually doing quite good overall. I've been playtesting it for like weeks, and surprisingly, that the cards that we are given and through the updates, through my playtesting, the deck is really stable. Not as breaky as I think. Of course, it will break sometimes because that's how Ultraman Card Game works. But overall, it is another successful case with a on-air new Ultraman with decent supports, and also with a lot of new mechanics loading in and still having a stable deck. So without further ado, let's go into the deck profile itself. So first, I am running 4 of the Seekers, so that is a draw to put one card from hand to the bottom of the deck. We don't have the open free version of this card yet, unless we use another Ultraman, but we are not doing that. We have the Meteor Kaiju Trigaron to actually do that for us, but it's not Ultraman. So the Trigaron is helping us to find the key parts that we are looking for, but doesn't actually support us to build up a strong Omega. So this is our key number one, level 1s to start with, and then I'm just running different types of Omega depending on the different situation to keep it at 8, because we can still having a good fight with a double through level 2 and 3s, right? So I think we do have certain levels on level 1 for us to actually build up the triple or the quadruple stack, while keeping more focus towards the level 2 and 3s and the Meteor Kaijus, then we should be fine. Now going through the level 2s, first we have the Scene Searchers, and then we have the discard top 4, and if you get a Meteor Kaiju, you will get plus 10, plus 1k. So this is at least a possibility to reach 12k, which beats in most cases. For example, when you're facing a double level 2s, usually the max is 12, usually, unless you're facing the triples, which will go from 12 to 14. But if that's the case, you probably are not winning anymore, or when they are not having a very strong Ultraman, you can at least gamble for the 12 to have a draw situation with them. But more importantly is to create your discard pile with the Meteor Kaijus so that you can reuse them later. So I think that's more importantly there. And even if you don't pull anything, if it's facing a level 2 battle, you usually won't lose, because the base is 11 and have a possibility to go to 12, so wins you most cases and giving you a spot for catching to be the first to be the turn player, or instead of just setting first, which allows you to set the scenes, allows you to do whatever you want, or even stop your opponents to have a chance to put your scene cards. And then 2 of the 12k vanilla, just in case you need some way to beat a double stack, right? And even worse, you can just use it as a base to put a level 3 on top to stand up as a double, so it's not a bad card at all. Having this kind of vanilla in numbers, I think is still very important to sustain the overall power level of your Ultramans. Of course, the weakness of not having a level 3 for grade up is another thing, but I think the 12k is being very solid. When you really need a power to break through, it's there. Right. And then we are running the triple rare from set 4, which is still the key for you to use, because this is allowing you to activate Meteor Kaijus from your deck with a random chance for it to happen. And more importantly is the 18k, which is still the highest level 3 power that you can get from Ultramans so far. So as long as you have a triple of this card standing, the power is not that easy to beat, and you just need to see through the right timing to go to the level 4s, and that can basically guarantee you the win. And having a chance to mill your deck while activating the Meteor Kaijus is very important, because we do have quite a lot good options for now. So this, I think, is still a must 4-off that you should include in your deck. And then 2 of the starter ones, in the past we are running 4 because we don't have other options, but even though I think we are generating a lot of discarding effects, making the discard power thicker and thicker, do we actually need that much to put them on top of our deck? That might affect how we get our draws, because we do have the Trigaron armor for us to reborn, plus level up on our Meteor Kaijus to make them stronger already. So you might not want to put everything to the top of the deck unless you are actually comboing with this card. Else, it doesn't give you that much of a advantage, right? So I'm using this more than this, and also the base power is 1k higher, so even if you don't have card to play out, this is still stronger. And this card has been proven very strong, because it can level up from the drop with your Meteor Kaijus, and that can change things. Even though with my setup that you will only have one option to do so, but that option is very strong, right? And then we have the level 4s to pick up the level 5 and 6 Meteor Kaijus from the drop to our hand, so that it links to your next battle, plus level up on something that you already have. So, and the 20k body is definitely great. So I'm running 2. So far the original parts plus this is already strong enough, but this is to give us an extra power boost and a chance to grab the cards that we need to finish games. That's why I'm still running the level 4s, and more importantly, the idea of me doing all these recent deck profiles is to kind of promote on the level 4s, so we will have to put it there. And then with the Meteor Kaijus, I'm running 4 of each with the level 5 and 6 on Pharogenesis. So this is the Firebird, and only effective when it's a double stack on place. If you have a triple, or a quad Omega, then you can select a opponent, battle opponent that is against your media kaijus or Omega to become a BP1 downgrade. And this effect is on place, so you can basically use this to apply that when you have a triple stack of Omega. Then you can just do it, and you can use this to reborn this to put it on top to apply the effect. And then what's more importantly is I think it's the 13k. The 70k doesn't matter that much most of the time, because if you can like get 2 of these out that can use the effect, or you can level up one and pull one off through this, then that basically is enough for a game changer most of the time. So this is actually a very strong card. And then for Readiness, I'm running 4 and only just that. When this release and when I'm looking in the deck space, I immediately take out the level 5's Readiness, because I only need it for this to pull it off, and worst of the worst, I need it for the 13k only for 1 turn probably, right? And after that, I probably will just give up that line. But more importantly is for the Omega to use this ability, and when you use the level 4 to pick this back up, you can just immediately come out as a 13k for 1 turn, or turning your other Omega into a winning position, or even other media kaijus who want winning turn, and I think that's enough. And then 4 of the Trigaron to conclude the media kaijus. So I'm only running 1, 2, 3, 4 types with 4 of each, right? So Trigaron is here for the search, and its base is 9k, so if we are fighting normal Ultramans, we can kind of sustain for 2 turns, because even if they level up to level 2s, most of them with effects will be 9k, so you can still sustain the line for a little bit, and then your stacking is to just level it up to 13k if you need the wind. So I think that's good enough. I see some people using level 5 Trigaron too, but my focus is on Phyrogenesis a little bit more, on affecting your opponents more than trying to just strengthen yourself up. So that's the approach I'm going to, and so far it's doing me better than I thought. And this only level 6 is definitely the idea that I think is working. So feel free to try your own ratios of the media kaijus, but I think more importantly is to have enough Ultraman Omegas for you to actually build a stack, because you do need like in a lot of situations you do need to have Omega on board, and you don't want to just simply put a level 3 down as a single, or just a level 2 down as a single and you see nothing else, or even just a level 1 as a single and you see nothing else, right? Because just pure the media kaijus, they can't win your games. You need to build up your Omega. So I would put more focus towards having a lot more Omega, so I can at least have 1 build up, and then use the media kaijus to support you through the searches, level up, level down, and take your wins. And then lastly, with the scenes, I'm running 2 of the aliens coming and 3 of the scholars. I was running the other one with the Phyrogenesis armor, but I don't really get too much chances to use it, and when I use too much scenes, there are a lot of games that I actually draw like 3 scenes in my hand, and what if I can't actually take going first and just stuck in my hand and I don't have other cards to play, and it becomes tricky. So I cut my scenes from 7 to 5, and I think that will be enough, and I think that gives me more space for using more Omegas. And if you ask me, I might actually cut one of these more if I really want to cut and then put some more cards for Omega. Then might be an extra copy of these or an extra copy of these for me to actually just keep the balance right. But so far I think this ratio is not bad, so this is what I'm going for. And there are a lot of chances that I'm actually building like one main stack of Omega, maybe two, and then 2 to 3 stacks of Omega Kaijus, and I probably just win during turn 3 or 4 if things going right. So it just shows you how stable Omega can be. It only can be, it's not a must, because even though we do have different ways of searching things, we have different ways to build up our stack, we have ways to recycle, but I think when you really break hard, it's still a little bit hard for you to fix, which is something that the Mebius Hikari is giving us, is a very high rate of accepting misplays, right, or breaks, because a card from Mebius have a high chance of saving you, but a card in this deck is not as strong saving as what you get from Mebius. Maybe the Trigaron can link you to a Omega that you are seeking to build a double or triple stack. It could be, and that's great, and that's what we want to see. So I'm happy to see Omega actually getting this sort of support, and the use rate is being really high recently. I think we still need to observe if it is too much. We are having our Ultra League this weekend, so we will see from a 2-deck format who the use rate of Omega is actually being that high, or maybe in Hong Kong people think a different way. We will see. Yeah, so I think that's conclude this deck profile. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments down below. Subscribe for more deck profiles, unboxing videos, and hopefully some deck fights. Unfortunately, I will not getting any footage of the Ultra League because they don't want like kind of outsiders to having the footage for it. So I will just be a judge there, see what happens, and that's it, right? So unfortunately no footage on there, but it's still good to see events in Hong Kong happening, and hopefully we can get more and more players joining, and let's have fun together. Yeah, so yeah, that's it for this deck profile. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Signing off.